Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jason, or General, and today, guys, I've got a 82 kill game here playing some Winter Carrington. I dropped a V2 this game. I should have dropped 100 plus, and I should have gotten a double V2. Unfortunately, though, I think I died like 5 or 6 off the double V2, and one of my ball turret gunners overlapped when I was in my ball turret gunner, so unfortunately, that could have very easily been the 100 kills right there. I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think of Winter Carrington, or just Carrington in general? I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't like the map. There's just too many buildings for people to camp in. I mean, you see me doing it right here because you practically have to do it just because that's like how people play this map. You know, is they just sit in the buildings and they patrol the buildings. You know, every time I play this map, there's always 2 to 3 people that just constantly go in these buildings, post up with LMGs, especially the building on the very right of the map, the right side of me right now, the one with the MG turret. Dude, people literally just sit in there the entire game. They go there constantly. You know, if I join a game late, 9 times out of 10, there's a guy in that building. You know, best rush route that I like to use on this map is if I spawn on the left or right side, I go in through that right building. I always get the guy that's sitting on the MG turret because, you know, there's always somebody going to be on that MG turret. And then I go into the building that I was just in, and then I patrol between the 3 buildings, basically, just constantly, you know, shooting the guys as soon as they come out the spawn. So that's the best way to play this map, in my opinion. There's just too many buildings for you to really run out in the open with. Especially when you're playing hardcore, because you're gonna constantly get shot in the back or get shot from, you know, above you, and, you know, by guys in the buildings. Because again, like, people literally just, it's like their number one thing is they just go in these buildings. So I want to know from you guys, do you guys like this map? And if so, you know, tell me why you guys like it, because again, I definitely don't like it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. And speaking of the maps in this game, just in general, I'm not a huge fan of any of them, really. The only one that I actually somewhat like is the Arden's Forest, just because it plays like a Call of Duty map, whereas a lot of these maps kind of feel like Call of Duty Ghost maps, essentially. You know, there's really no flow to them. You know, USS Texas, you know, people just sit in the back of the maps and snipe or use LMGs. You know, this map, it's the same thing. People kind of just sit in the buildings and stuff, and obviously use LMGs and, you know, assault rifles, and they just camp in there. And then, of course, you got maps like Point to Hawk, which has absolutely zero flow to it whatsoever. You know, it's not really a 3-lane map. It's more of like a circle map. You know, when people say like Strike Zone's a 3-lane map, it's really not. It's actually just a big circle. A lot of maps in Ghost were not 3 lanes. They were just big circles. And so I kind of think that's what Point to Hawk is. I'm not a huge fan of Point to Hawk. It just doesn't play right. It doesn't feel like a Call of Duty map, in my opinion. I don't want to go as far as to say that these maps are just as bad as Ghost, because I don't think that. I think Ghost 100% had worse maps in this game. But I think these maps, like, you look at maps like Aachen that just have a lot of cluster. You know, I think a lot of these maps, they either don't flow very well, or there's just a lot of cluster. You know, and which, I mean, this map, I get stuck on literally everything. You know, that's something that Call of Duty that just don't understand. Is like, why do I get stuck on literally everything? You know, chairs, branches on trees, like, you know, like I throw a grenade, like, you know, 9 times out of 10, if I throw it near a tree, it's gonna get stuck on one of the little branches, like the little tiny branches, you know, not the big branches, I could understand that, but like the little tiny ones, you know. And it's just like, really, and I don't know how that guy did not see me. But that was super clutch there for the V2 rockets. You're gonna see me go on another big streak here in a minute. But this back spawn, man, is ridiculous on this map. Like, if you can get in these buildings, you could patrol these buildings, and the other team really isn't that good, you could really tear some people up, especially with this back spawn right here. On top of that, you know, let's talk about spawn protection for a minute, because you're seeing me right now literally just shooting at these guys in hardcore and getting nothing but hit markers. Like, hardcore, man, especially, there should be no spawn protection. In core, like, one of the things that I think really hurts Call of Duty is when they put spawn protection in the game, especially strong spawn protection. And if you notice, like, the 2 Call of Duties that had the strongest spawn protection was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty World War II here. You know, so many times I call an artillery barrage in, or a mortar strike, or even when my paratroopers, you know, go into the enemy spawn, there's so many instances where they're just getting hit with, and I'm just getting tons and tons of hit markers. And I don't know, man, like, that's just one thing that I've just never understood about, you know, Call of Duty, is like, why put spawn protection in the game? Like, I understand the reasoning behind it, just because, like, again, you want, you know, to cater towards the noobs, essentially, right? But at the end of the day, like, Modern Warfare 2, like, it's one of the reasons why people get better at Call of Duty, is when you're just getting trashed on, you know, when you're just getting kill streaks called on you left and right, AC-130s blowing you up. One of the biggest downfalls of Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion, if you guys have never played it before, the biggest problem, in my opinion, was spawn protection in terms of the fun factor. Like, I always talk about fun factor, right? Every game, if I'm having fun in the game, it's a fun factor, right? Like, the games that I like Battlefield, for example, I don't have fun playing Battlefield because there's really nothing to go for. Cool, I can ride horses, I can hit people with swords and that type of stuff, but that's not a fun factor to me. There's nothing to earn in the game. There's no kill streaks, there's no secret kill streaks, there's no nukes, there's none of that. It's literally just running around the map and shooting people, basically capturing the objectives. So that's why I love Call of Duty so much. And when you have games like this where you get these super strong, or you get these super high-end score streaks or kill streaks, and they literally don't do much just because, again, spawn protection. You look at domination at like 50 points a kill. Like, it takes 35 kills to get a ball turret gunner. Like, and because of spawn protection, because of all the limitations you have, you just, like, I've never seen Call of Duty where we are now in the middle of December and there still hasn't been a 100 kill game in domination yet. Like, that's crazy. Like, normally, like, the first week the game comes out, there's at least somebody that's dropped 100 kills in domination. Black Ops 2, like, I think it was like a week in the game I dropped 100 kills. Black Ops 2 had no spawn protection, and people were dropping 300 kill games in that game. Score streaks were ridiculously good in that game, and domination was 100 points per kill. It was 200 points a flag cap. It was 200 points a capture kill. Like, Treyarch rewards you for getting these super high scores. If you get like reps in Black Ops 3, for example, when the game first came out, they weren't that good, but as the game progressed, they got better and better and better, and you actually got rewarded if you went on these super high kill streaks. And I really wish Sledgehammer, like, please look at Treyarch, look at Black Ops 2, look at Black Ops 3, understand why people love those games so much. And one of the biggest reasons is because of the score streaks were just so damn good in those games. You look at Modern Warfare 2, it's another prime example. Is like, people love those games because the score streaks and kill streaks were so damn good. Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion, the one thing that saved it was the maps were amazing in that game, and in my opinion, some of the best in the industry. And two, because of specialists. That's another thing. This game doesn't have specialists. We haven't had specialists since Call of Duty Ghost, and I really hope whatever Infinity Ward's working on, I really hope that they put specialists in the game, because I do think it does make a big difference in the game, in my honest opinion. So that's all I got for you guys here today. Well, actually, one more thing. What do you guys think about the DLC in this game? Like, do you guys like the DLC guns in this game? I was using the Gewehr, and it's kind of weak. The Sten is alright. I think the Sten's probably the best one. But let me know what you guys think about the DLC guns in this game, because honestly, they're pretty balanced, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm really happy that there's actually challenges and stuff to go for to get the DLC guns, rather than just getting them from supply drops. So Sledgehammer, I think you did a great job on the DLC guns. I really, really do. The winter, DLC that you guys are doing, I think you guys are doing a good job. The only thing that I'd like to see is maybe have a, wintry playlist where it's all the winter maps instead of just Carrington. So, because I'd love to play, Arden's Forest over and over and over again. Like, that would be super awesome. But maybe leave out Gustav Cannon, maybe. Just maybe. But actually, Gustav Cannon, I like it. I like Gustav Cannon to an extent. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.